You are now rocking with the 3-yard play.
Right.
We just figured out a 3-yard play, fam. We're gonna win every time.
Yeah.
Hit that link with you. Come on in.
You're tuned into the 3-yard play podcast. Well, the only question is, does it work for you?
Trail got wings, bitch.
We been working all year. It's game time. We all here. We turned up. Oh yeah. Cause we finna be the champs this year. We been working all year. It's game time. We all here. We turned up. Oh yeah. Cause we finna be the champs this year. We live in weight just to hold up the trophy. Flag on the plate, cause them haters can't hold me. And 1, 2-a-days and run up the biggest hill just to sharpen up my skills. They hit the scoreboard first, I had to hit them drills. Time I get around the corner, they gon' see my new wheels. After practice, till the lights come on, till they bust ride out and they gone. That rally had us help, my teammate down the steps. Player, we got plays you ain't even seen yet. I post up and fade away like graffiti. Just don't claim it's love when you see us on TV. We been working all year. It's game time. We all here. We turned up. Oh yeah. Cause we finna be the champs this year.
3-yard play podcast.
We been working
brought to you by reality.
all year.
Where it is what it is.
Game time.
You get what you get.
We all here.
So comment and let us know where you live.
Yeah. Cause we finna be the champs this year.
Yeah. What's up? This is 3-yard play podcast, man. These really be the backstage episodes. You'll get it later. It's a whole different vibe. But the question, man, the question this week backstage is for, man, $1 million question, man. How do you engage black male voters? For Republican Party, Democrat Party, the alternative party, whoever in the middle, how do you go about engaging black male voters? You know, and I throw the question out, man. LJ, man, we gonna throw it to you, man. I'm gonna throw you this lateral. It's too hot, man. I don't know how to get this without me.
Look, I don't want to answer you like them people that be calling me every 5 minutes to go vote. But
right.
I'll
like we're gonna text we texting you now and we calling you right now. What's good?
Bro, look, they gotta come through with something.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, man, I see like we are kind of the forgotten voter. And whether it's because of the lack of population, as far as some of us have records, some of us have different things going on that we haven't participated in a while. It's become.
Man, keep it real. We intentionally marginalized now. Keep it real. Don't skip over that. Now.
Oh yeah, no.
Marginalized. What about it?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we don't get. I mean, honestly, like.
But you ain't that. But the question though is, what will it take? Now you got to come through with some song. What? Okay, they got $1 million over there. They got $10 million over there.
Here's number one,
brother.
Okay, so here's number one. Since we're not getting reparations, you could at least get rid of this student debt.
Why we not getting reparations? Why you just say we not getting reparations?
Oh, that ain't no. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. And the reason
this conversation about to change now. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
You want to get me engaged in voting? Let's talk about these reparations then.
You're not gonna hold on, bro.
That's how you get me engaged. So let's
right.
LJ.
Now
the Jewish people don't got theirs.
Hold on, let him finish, T-Bo. Let him finish. He ain't getting finished. Because I've been interrupting him too. You can't tell him from yet. He ain't saying nothing yet. What you gonna take now? You tell me what we can't do.
And I don't know why because I don't know if y'all remember the candidate who ran, the female, I forgot her name. She ran for president.
Shirley Chisholm?
Who?
Oh, nah, I'm talking about somebody from a long time ago.
No, it was just this last one with when Biden beat Trump. But she was in the hunt initially, but guess what? One of her main platforms was reparations. I think she was a Jewish lady, but you know how much flack I got back from wanting to vote for her? I said, you know, and you got what's his name? Biden talking about something. You're not black if you don't
I'm
vote.
keep it real. You about to lose the ball because you ain't answering the question now about what will they have to do. You talking about all kind of others, man. What will if the people got all the money? What will it take for them to give you to get you to be like, all right, I'm finna vote for that guy.
Okay, so so here it is. Get rid of student debt, or a good portion, number one, because we all, as we search for success, it is connected to our education. So I'm looking at all these.
Hurry up now. Come on, what's the next
All
one?
right. And the last but not least, because I am in this category. If I serve my time, bro, guess what? It need to be done. It can't be, oh, you serve your time, you come home, and no matter what you do, we're still gonna continue to. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some things that still need to be registered and things like that. But I'm talking about other crimes or whatever that once you serve them, they should be up. You know what I'm saying?
So post sentencing reform.
Right, post sentencing reform. Because look,
I did.
You know, you can't get ahead if you keep having to put this on your thing.
I'm with it. But we gotta let the next person get the ball.
All right, go. My bad. Go ahead.
But those are two good ones. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to move over those. Those are two good ones.
All right, so now that we all got to my time, bro, it start with them reparations because that is how we gonna get that post sentencing reform. We gotta repair, we gotta restore, we gotta get these communities together. We up here passing marijuana laws and making things legal. You know what I mean? And folks capitalizing, making all kinds of bread on that, but we still got people incarcerated on that dime bag, bro. That ain't working for me. You know what I mean? That ain't working for me. So if you talk about reparations, I go along with student debt relief, even though they don't. I think I ate through the I threw the white flag at me on this one, bro, because I got the email saying they're gonna give me all my money, they're gonna help me out with my student debt, and then right in the same email, but you might have to wait.
Asterisk.
You can't, don't pitch that at me if you ain't gonna push it through. You know what I mean? Don't pitch it at me. So we just need some follow through. But the reparations and restorative justice and practices, all that, man. I need that. More. And then the last thing, just so I can pass it on, because I know we are going to run up back into this thing, but we got the. I'm gonna use the it's an organization that I've been working with, and it's called Redefine Ed. We got to redefine education. We got to change this education system. If somebody talking about changing how we educate our people, and I ain't talking about no choice, no school choice. I'm talking about real getting down on the ground, talking to the I'm just say parents, teachers, students, and coming up with a model that works for all. You know what I mean? Give a little more freedom of how we educate, because there's no standard way of success, as we talked about in our previous thing. You got to start meeting people where they are and offering some resources to help them get there. And I see that through the reparations. If they say we can't find the money, shit, we can through reparations. Let's go. Pay up. Let's go.
What about you, Joe?
For me, I gotta stick with my boy Timo, man. Maybe it's just the South Side, man. Maybe it's the South Side thing, but we're gonna need reparations, man. Like that's of importance to me, man. And I get what you're saying, LJ, is like, man, in the reality, man, they should have been gave it to us, so they not doing it, so they not fit to do it. But it's due, it's overdue. So that platform for sure is going to engage all black male voters. Anybody speaking on that, yes, you're going to have our attention. I think also job training, something to do with jobs and employment. You know, in America across the board, I think you would engage all males if you're speaking to anything that's really going to be some concrete, job programs, be it, placement for jobs, training, getting people in the inroads, because right now you still have people with financial needs, and you hear more and more that there's so many employers that are looking for employees, but then they're not getting qualified people. So something to bridge that gap, I think that would really catch people's attention. I think legalization. if somebody ran on that legalization platform, because it's happening so many places that you see it is happening nationwide, and overall we can pretty much agree that alcohol is probably a more dangerous thing in the public than casual marijuana use. So legalization would be a good platform for somebody to run on if you really wanted to engage male voters of all kinds, black male voters as well. I agree with you, LJ, on that student loan platform too. Anybody that's really talking about student loan debt, you're gonna catch a lot of ears, and also any kind of reformation with the prison system, because there needs to be things done with the probation portion of it. There needs to be things done with the actual sentencing. There needs to be things done post sentencing. So anybody that really gets in and rolls up their sleeves to that fight, I think that's something that will be respected across the board, more than you guys. And I'm talking to the people that run both campaigns or both parties, more than y'all put up whatever personality or character you want people to vote for. Give somebody a platform that's really gonna affect some change. And it's like nobody's thinking to do that, or maybe y'all intentionally are not doing that. But that's why it's falling on deaf ears a lot of times when you feel like, the black male voters just don't care or they're not getting involved. But folks just want to see something that's gonna really affect some change on this end, over here, because folks aren't really asking us, what is it that y'all brothers would like to see? And LJ, shoot that back to you. We those are the things.
Jumped all over you. We're gonna let you let you get
No,
back
because
on
I want to make sure we at least everybody got around to say,
for sure.
Right.
all the way.
Yeah. This is funny thing when y'all talk about reparations. There was I gotta get that lady's name, but I don't remember her name.
Was it Whitmer from Michigan? I go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We'll figure it out.
I'll look it up. I'll just look it up.
Yeah, but she was running her main platform was reparations. Do you know how many times I got knocked down for telling our old people, "Hey, why don't we vote for her?" No, she's talking crazy. What? This is our old people. So people have a knee-jerk reaction to go right back to what they've always known. And so they knew Biden, or at least they knew Biden in the sense that he worked with Obama. But they don't know Biden from the time he wasn't with Obama, when he was, passing certain laws that actually did affect us negatively. You know what I mean? Black men negatively.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't like a clear choice for me. Was he better than Trump? Okay, yeah. Was it the country in a situation where the mindset was so volatile and dangerous that it warranted me to vote for a Biden to get that craziness out for a second? Yeah, okay. But in reality, other than that, it was no platform that he was really running on that pertained to me as a black man. So reparations, like I said, I would love. I tried to promote the lady. Everybody that told me no. So then, as far as reform, it depends on where you are. You probably see some more reform in more liberal states or states that are maybe West Coast, maybe North, but in the South, people don't realize that the prison system is probably one of the top industries down here, if not the number one, especially in Georgia. So it's hard to separate them letting their money go for better programs that would produce law-abiding citizens who could support themselves and do the right thing. It's hard for them to separate that because it's been such a big moneymaker.
Right. Now, I gotta be a little, I guess, more humble in my approach as well, though. In that, man, we gotta mobilize just as black men. Period. We gotta build our own platform. We're still divided in this and disjointed. You know what I mean? We gotta come up with some demands ourselves. You know what I mean? So we can bring it to somebody, so they can take it to the table and tell them. Like a lot of us are so disengaged that we're not making our voice heard. You know what I mean? So it's easy for a lot of these, I don't say all these parties to just prop up white supremacy and patriarchy to kind of touch us. You know what I mean? So we feel like we still maintaining our power over women at the end of the day. We're trying to keep our position over women. And so, but I just say we need to come together more as men, just period, and come up with a platform and a voice. You know what I mean? Like this. So this conversation is a great start. And we need to have more of these with men so we can create a platform and say, hey, this is what we need. This is what's gonna help us. This is because we're not a monolith. You know what I mean? We gotta. It's not gonna be one way or two or three ways to reach us all to get us engaged in the process. So I guess long stories, that's me saying we gotta feel like we are being heard.
What you bringing up is an excellent segue, man, to change the conversation, man. That's like almost like an interception, man. The ball just got took the other way on the whole topic, man, because really what it is our approach, man. You hit on absolutely the right thing. And now moving forward, what are we asking for from the parties? Damn what the parties need to be trying to do to entice us. We as black men now, we're opening up the forum, and now the conversation is moving forward because there's more elections coming up. It's going to be the next big one and the next big one and the next big one. So let's think about it. Let's figure out what are we asking for. You know, so I think all those things that we named are the things that we are collectively asking for moving forward. And we think of more things and, you know, start to engage the candidates and asking these questions and see what their responses are. Because maybe they're not talking about it because we're not asking them about it. So, you know, let's not let it be said, oh, we abandoned our claim or we didn't speak up on whatever it is. So I really like how you pose that or you put that back on us, big bro. Like, for real. Like, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, because we're way too apathetic.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, again, it goes back to what are we gonna do? You know, at the end of the day, we can and I always take it like this. Like I don't get upset about what others may be doing, right? Because in my mind, it's almost like sports, right? If the other team doesn't want to change their method to stop me, why would I stop? Right? I'll run the same play over and over and over until you change your way.
That invite the low kick.
Right. So we already know any oppositions, any people or whoever, they are running their play. You know, they're running their play, and it's up to us to go back into the huddle and say, you know what? Okay, audible. We need to change here. We need to start doing something ourselves to read, change the game. And so if we don't do that, we can't. I don't expect anybody else to do it for us. You know, we have to do it ourselves. And main thing is establishing that value that we need to do it ourselves, as opposed to waiting on somebody else to do it or thinking they should do it for what they've done before. No, that ain't it. We need to do it ourselves going forward. So yeah, no doubt.
And then the last thing I'm saying is gonna be quick. Man, they got a structure.
And time, we call it time too. This
final thoughts. It's a structure.
Final thoughts as we go through it. It's your first final thought, but you know it's time.
I'm done.
No, go ahead. Say what you about to say.
No, you got it. I'm saying
that was it. Hey, there is a structure in place in the United States of America for giving people reparations. Period. Point blank. I ain't trying to hit it that it can't happen. We find money for everything else.
Everybody else, real quick. We give them their money. Real quick, everybody else, we give them their money. You know,
right.
And my quick final thought, man, is quid pro quo, is what they call it, man. So on our end, we got to start asking for something and stop, letting people get in there then thinking what they're gonna do for us. But on the front end, hold them to something and have an actual agenda. Shouts out to Ice Cube for drawing up the plan for Black America. It might have needed some tinkering, but at least the brother thought enough to sit there and pen an agenda. This is the same brother bought us death certificate. He serious with the pen. So, we need to think more along that way. And shouts out to Grandmaster J, man. Free Grandmaster J with In Fact. But there was actual black militia that was getting, real serious of just representing us in a military fashion as well, because we have to do for ourselves, politically and also protection wise, moving forward, and also resource wise. So shouts out to all Black farmers and everybody helping put food and resources on the table. I think we got to just look in those ways moving forward.
Right. I think that's it, man. You hit on some good points to different groups that are doing small things, but they're still big, but imagine how big it would be if they were all brought
More
together.
of us help. If more of us help them folks, if more of us help them, man, from Coach Prime to everybody else, if more of us help them, imagine what it would be.
Exactly. That's it, man. That's it. Hey,
3-hour play.
Does it work for you though?
Hey, does it work for you?
Hey, does it work for you? And if they give us reparations, it'll work for us. You know what I mean?
Hey, we with it. And in the meanwhile, let's keep going. Let's keep working at it, y'all.
Exactly.
Let us know your thoughts.
And look, and we gonna make it work regardless of what they give and don't give.
Absolutely.
Right? So
winning.
Peace.
Hey, like, share, subscribe. 3-hour play. We out.
Right. That's it.
You see, the thing that separates us from every other group of slaves is the fact that
thank y'all for tuning in today and every day. And remember to keep running your 3-yard play.
Look at them mouths, we feel like flowers, they gon' grow. We gon' water the season, watch that harvest flow. I've been crunching numbers.
Cause we know heroes are made in the off season.
There should be no reason
and grinding slow is better than crashing out
we
for
get that
dough.
money bound for we don't run it.
To say, young brothers, remember,
don't fulfill the promise.
I ain't never 3 yards every day. They can never
I can't
stop.
read that narrative, so ain't no need of calling us. You ain't never had to tell your kid being black was a sin, cause his skin was reflected through America. Taking care of us was just a handout, right? But it was fair when free labor was just as nice. I can bet you your life, your kids living alright. Cause me and mine had to
been
do
rocking
it or
with
die
the
every
3-yard
single
play
night.
podcast.
I get mine, yeah. You get yours, yeah. But together, nigga, we gon' get some more, yeah. Look at them mouths, we feel like flowers,
So
they
like,
gon' grow.
subscribe, share,
we gon' water the
and let's
season, watch that
discuss.
harvest flow. I've been
What's up with
crunching
us?
numbers, winter, fall, spring, and summer. There should be no
Thank
reason
you.
that the baby
Tuning in
never
to
hunger.
3-yard
When we
play
get that money
podcast.
bound for, we don't run it. I only
Focus
pledge
on to
allegiance
it.
to go fulfill the promise.